not just by scheme because we're NFL oriented with Coach Saban, but by personnel. There's NFL guys everywhere, and I've kind of joked before. I think our backup defense is probably would be somewhere in the middle of the SEC. If we didn't have the starters.
Phil Savage said that the front seven, the top 14, the two people all wear an NFL helmet. Are you seeing these guys? Is that hyperbole? What is it?
No, I think that's a very fair statement. Kind of that day when I was talking about that, just looked out there and you really go through all 11 guys and see where they all would have a role in the NFL. I think that's two things. Number one, obviously recruiting really good players like Coach Saban has, but then the development. You hear so much about the process, but until you're here and really until you're kind of in the second year, you really understand all of it, see all of it, and how he takes these really great high school players and then takes them to be great college players and prepare them for the next level.
Lane, what can you tell us about Chip Kelly's visit?
It was good to have Chip there, have him come in and just spend some time with him and talk about some different things. And so it was really good to see him. I always had a good relationship with him, and always good to be able to bring people in to get new ideas from.
Was it similar to your visit a couple of years ago?
It was, but it wasn't as long. He had some things to do, so he had to get going. So I know he wanted to stay longer, but there was some other stuff that he had going. So, but it was great. It was great to have him around.
How long was he there?
He was just there for 1 day.
Did he meet with the whole offensive staff?
Pardon? How much have I changed? Well, I think a lot because going back to being an assistant coach and working for Coach Saban, there's so many things to learn from him. And like I kind of mentioned, I think it takes a second year to really understand the how and why and everything that he does. The first year, you're just trying to learn it and trying to implement what he wants done. And then I think the second year, you really get to understand it, and you see things like the Ole Miss game happen, and you see how he took what could be a negative in that game and how the media was with the whole dynasty over all those things, and he turned that into kind of us against the world mentality. Took a negative, turned it into a positive for the team, and our team has played great since.
Lane, building off that, what will you take from your time here that will be different when you get a chance, if and when you get a chance to be a head coach again? What are some of the things that you've learned that you're going to decide that you'll try to implement when you have your own program again?
Well, there's a ton of things, but I think really probably the number one thing is how he is the CEO of the program. I think as I look back, there was so much focus on just the offense and calling plays on the offense, and it's on purpose. He doesn't call the defense. He has Kirby calling the defense because that allows him to be involved in it, but also to do everything else. There's so much time when you're the play caller. You spend so much time, and then everybody you're going against, that's all they're doing because they're the defensive coordinator. They're not the head coach. So I think the CEO and understanding how to all the importance of all the other stuff, not just performance on the field.